Well, I've always been a sales guy. And I started off very young, selling CDs to my friends in high school. So me and my buddies who used to make rap CDs, and then we sell them to our friends. We did two different CDs when I was sophomore in my junior year. And Buddy had a recording studio, not even a recording studio, which is a simple microphone as a headset on a computer. He made beats. I worked at McDonald's at the time, and so I paid for the money to put those on, those recordable CDs. You could just, the burner CDs. So I put the songs on the burner CDs, got some labels, and printed them out on the CDs, and then we just sold those for like $5-10 a piece, and that was kind of where like it really started at. That then led me to going to Indiana State University. Had no clue what I wanted to do professionally, but I always liked video games. So I was like, let me do marketing because I don't want to make video games. I don't like the computer science stuff behind that. But I do like, being in the area and like to sell, like marketing. So waiting for marketing. My still, I do nothing with video games now, but
You don't
but
even play them anymore?
oh, I play avid player, but when it comes to marketing them and those things, no, don't do anything with that. But my senior year, they had us sell advertising spots to the local community for the school newspaper, and that was one of our projects. And my team did the best. We had like 3 or 4 companies advertise in the paper, and so that really kind of led me down this path of getting a degree in marketing, specialization in sales, which you don't get a degree in sales. It's not how you learn sales. You learn sales by doing sales. but but after doing that, that's when I kind of knew, like, hey, sales is my thing. Talking to people, convincing them to make a purchase. That was my thing. So after I graduated, I started working at a jewelry company, and it was Jared Jewelry. I was there for 7 years. I learned a little bit. I was terrible for the first 4 years, absolutely awful, to the point that almost too close to getting fired. I love working with people and selling jewelry and engagement rings, but I was terrible at it. I didn't understand how these other people were making sales, and so I went down part time after like 4 years and worked at a Joseph A. Bank, a clothing store, full time. So I was working both at the same time. And one day it just clicked. And what I realized is not about the product. I was always selling the product. Hey, this, we're in front of the mall, not in the mall, so you don't have to do all that walking. We do our repairs on site instead of them having to send it off. None of that matters. What mattered is about who is this engagement ring for? What is her name? What is she like? Is she more of a sporty person? Is she more of a classy? Is she more, dressed down, dressed up? That's what sold jewelry, is learning about who is this gift? Who is this ring for? Took me 4 years to learn it. So I learned a little bit there. But after the pandemic hit, I moved down to Florida and I got a job as a sales coach at a postcard company. So now I get to study how sales really works. So I'm listening to other people do it and I'm helping them do better at selling, and being able to listen and really look at how sales are done. That really helps me take my game to the next level. I also had a fantastic manager that did not tell me what it should be. She pointed me to material, to content, to reading material that gave me the answers that I was seeking for. And so I really got the chance to learn about effective communication and to learn about how to build confidence in asking for the sale. So That was amazing opportunity because I was there for 2 years.
Okay.
After 2 years, my manager, she left. But before she left, she introduced me to her husband, who is doing virtual assistant services, and he is selling on through LinkedIn. And he was like, there's a lot of people that are on LinkedIn as coaches. You should be a sales coach. You're already a sales coach for this other business. You should be a sales coach. And so after work, I would work my 9 to 5, and then after work, I would meet with people offering sales coaching. And as I met with people, I realized that they didn't need a sales coach because they kept telling me no. They didn't need my coaching because they didn't have leads. So you can't really teach sales if you don't have leads.
Mhm.
And so that's when we switched up the business. And I was doing a great job of getting leads for myself through LinkedIn.
Okay.
And so we switched up the business, and I started to help other people get a virtual assistant to help them with any task. But we really specialized in lead generation using LinkedIn, which then transitioned into social media part of LinkedIn. Because I was probably getting about probably about 10 appointments a week from just reaching out to people and asking to meet and have a conversation. And through those conversations, you're going to find people that need your services if they are your target audience. So just simple networking meetings. And once I started to make posts about the people that I met and put highlight on them and their business, that's when everything just increased. It was like gas on fire. So now I'm starting to get more people willing to meet with me because I have some credibility on LinkedIn. They see the post, they see how active I am, and now I'm getting about 15 to 20 appointments a week. So the social media came in because it's like, okay, this is another thing that's going to help people, but help them get more appointments. But also, if your audience is not active on LinkedIn, they all have profiles. But some audiences, they go to work, they go home, they're not on it every day, but they still get messages, they still receive emails from LinkedIn that, hey, you got, somebody trying to message you. Well, okay, well, use your social media you're not going to be able to get in front of them because they don't meet with you. So you can't you can't introduce the business to them because they're not willing to meet. Okay, well, then send information to them, send content to them in their DMs to slowly, build trust and build credibility and share and plant seeds. And so that's a big part of what we do now when it comes to LinkedIn. It's about just reaching out to your target audience, asking to meet, and then also using that social media to build credibility and get exposure.